Hello, everyone. Today, I want to introduce you to John Rivers, the owner of AOIT Consulting. He said something yesterday in a meeting that I was at that just really impressed me. And he brought up the fact that many companies have very high security requirements for protecting their data. Specific examples, the easy to think of are doctors and lawyers, but there's many more. And essentially what this leads into is not doing it right could be very costly, not just in time, but in money, even licensing, fines. There's a lot involved there. So making sure that it's done right is really a big deal. Now, John's a feature presenter in our BNI meeting next week. So I want to give John a minute now to just talk about what he's going to present next week. And I just highly encourage you to consider attending this meeting next week and learning about security. John, it's all yours.
Thanks, Greg. So next week, we're going to be talking about a new service that we're offering where we go into a company and we start a scan of their systems for files that have sensitive data. So this could include social security numbers, bank account numbers, credit card numbers, any protected data, either via HIPAA, PCI compliance, or other regulatory compliance. And then we also look at all the security processes that are in place, because each piece of data has a dollar associated with it that could be fined to the company if that data was compromised, as well as do you have the correct security measures in place to make sure that your data is protected, that your assets are using industry standard best practices. We also check backups to make sure that your data is protected in the event of a disaster or emergency. And we also go through and check the best practices on things like notifications, making sure that your systems are configured correctly and optimally. So in a recent one of these scans, we found that someone's had hard drives that were about to fail and that they were going over temperature, that the fans on some devices had stopped, that we didn't have notifications turned on to alert us when those things were going wrong. With our report, our final report delivers an executive summary that has a dollar amount for insurance exposure to the business, as well as the risks associated that we have on the different data and the different protections for the systems. So it's a great opportunity to see how we can help current IT departments, current IT providers, as well as making sure that the company has a second set of eyes to make sure that they are protected. And this also helps for PCI compliance if you run credit cards, if you're trying to get your business insurance updated, or if you're going through a cyber liability insurance coverage. So all of these are great tools, and we'd love to talk to business owners about how we can help protect your business and keep your risks at a minimum. So hope to see you next week.
All right. Thank you, John. And again, just reach out to me. I'll provide a link to attend that meeting. But even if you don't attend the meeting, this is a great resource for you. John Rivers, AOIT Consulting. If you've got a business, you've got computers, you need them running well, you need security, he's a great resource.